Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It is Krista here to do the weekly reading for the sign of Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. You can always check out your Moon and Rising sign readings in addition to your Sun sign reading today, Aries, for more clarification for the week, or in case your Sun sign reading doesn't resonate with you this week. This is for the week of September 26th through October 3rd. I'll be using the medicine cards for your main spread today, and as always drawing additional message cards from the Healing with the Angels Oracle and the Wisdom of the Oracle. This is a general reading, so whatever is most prominent in your life, I encourage you to take these messages and apply them to, and hopefully you'll find them helpful and healing. So what does Aries need to know this week? All right, Aries, so we have your cards out. Let's get an idea of what's going on here, generally speaking, with all cards together, and then we'll look at them one by one. So energetically, what I'm seeing here is that you could be trying to get out of something or create some sort of some type of distraction away from something here. You could feel as though you're saving yourself from something, or you just really need relief from something, and then thereby creating a distraction from it will help you get that relief this week. If that's the case and it's for your health, do what you need to do this week. Just don't take someone else for a ride while doing it, and certainly avoid flat out lies if at all possible. But take care of yourself. If you do need to create some diversion around a matter here, or you're unable or unwilling to have a heart-to-heart conversation about anything that's bothering you in a general matter this week, just make sure that you're not creating a larger problem here by, like I said, creating falsities or actual lies here. Maybe just put it off and address it later. You're going to be, whatever that is probably going to be around something that you consider sacred or a large enveloping nature. You could feel overwhelmed by it, like I said. If that's the case, take a step back, really figure out what your position is, and come back to it later. You don't want to trick someone else into believing something that isn't true here, and you don't want to lie to yourself either about being something that you're not right now, or being able to provide or express something that you're not right now. Really take care of yourself this week if that's the case. And we're also looking at issues of being a teacher and a student, sort of in the same frame. It's important to understand that the student is the teacher is the student. So there could very well be a learning opportunity for you this week, probably in the same environment, or in the same even conversation, if that's what's going on here, or in the same day, if you will, that you are acting as the student. So really keep your ears perked up for learning something that will be very, very helpful to you, even if you are already in a position of helping someone else. Okay, so let's look at these one by one together. Of course, we have Fox in your in the position representing you this week, and this is where I'm seeing camouflage. This is you this week. I mean, it's simple. You're trying to avoid something. You're trying to create something in order to get around something. You're gonna throw something shiny over there to distract someone from what's going on over here, and it's like I said, unless it's an out and out lie, it's probably an issue of self-preservation. For whatever reason this week, you may feel attacked, or you may feel under attack, or you may just feel weak about something. If that's the case, like I said at the very beginning, make sure it's not an out and out incorrection, or like an actual lie or an untruth that's being told here. You might just need to get around something, or you're not capable of dealing with something this week. Maybe just make that known to the other person, or even to yourself if it's something that's going on internally with you. You know, I'll take care of this next week. I really need to take care of this, whatever that is, this week. Or you really need to pay attention to something else that's gotten your attention, and then you can get back to this. Whatever it is that you're trying to divert from isn't going to cause a huge, unless I get, something out of the additional cards here, I don't see anything around these cards that states that you're going to cause a collapse of anything by doing this. In fact, it looks like there could be a real teaching and learning moment for you if you are to stay calm in this situation, and if you are to say, maybe have a little faith in yourself. Have some faith in yourself that you can handle it. And that you maybe can have faith in the other person, or people, as it were, that you don't have to try to get around something, or you don't have to put something off, even if it's seemingly difficult, because having faith in the other person means that you can trust their reaction and their input and the outcome. So it could be a nice week to have faith in yourself and other people with regard to raising vibrations here. The grouse is the sacred spiral. This is the influence to the current position. This is where I'm looking at something. Sacred spiral, of course, is spark of life, right? It's the thing we don't understand, but it's the breath that we have. Okay, we don't understand electricity, but we use it. We don't understand where breath comes from. We don't understand why we dream, for heaven's sakes. We just know that we do it and we take advantage of it. So there is an instance here of not understanding something fully, but sort of going with it and maybe being insecure with it for some reason. So maybe just let it be. Let it be something bigger than yourself. Maybe you don't have to have all the answers this week. And like I said, a real opportunity for learning can occur this week. I think if you just perhaps stay a little playful about the situation, especially if you feel like it's becoming emotionally overwhelming or emotionally taxing, or it's really taking up a lot of psychological or intellectual space, or energetic space. You don't want that sort of tapping you out here. Maybe just ride with it a little bit. Find the humor in it. And if you have to, Aries, this week, maybe find a reason to laugh at yourself this week. It'll lighten things up a little bit, especially if you feel that you're trying to get around something here. A possum is diversion in the probable outcome. This is where I see this sort of being led into something that you'd rather not deal with, you'd rather not talk about. But you're also inviting. You're also, and by inviting, I just mean like trying to constantly get around without actually taking to task, or maybe actually facing front on. So here is an opportunity. Yeah, you could engage in diversion this week, unless again it's for self-preservation or to protect yourself or someone else. I would suggest that maybe you face something head on this week, because the probability that the other person will understand, or the other people will understand, and be willing to act as both teacher and student in this position as well. I just see that this could be a time suck, and maybe getting to the heart of the matter might clear things up so easily for you. Maybe you both will have a laugh over it, and then you can avoid this type of complication in the future. General energy for the week here is Wolf. So we know that general energy at the bottom of the deck touches all of these phases of your week for you. So we're looking at teacher and student around sacred spiral, around camouflage, and around diversion. So we're just looking at the teacher and the student moment here. It's especially if you're on a high horse this week for whatever reason. This is a non-judgment call. I'm just reading the cards. But if for whatever reason you feel that you have knowledge that someone else doesn't, it would be a wonderful week to share it freely and openly without judgment. And similarly, if someone else has something to offer you and you are capable and willing to have a conversation where you are learning something, you could, during that very conversation, be teaching that other person something. So it'd be a wonderful week to share knowledge and to not try to avoid something here unless, again, it is about actually protecting yourself. And by that I do mean emotionally as well. If you truly feel, for whatever reason, that if you face something this week and it's going to, drive you into a murderous rage or something ridiculous, you're going to want to avoid that. You're going to want to divert from that and wait until you have a little bit more faith in yourself where you can, calmly address something. On the other hand, I think that you might be misreading someone else, or you might be having so little faith in yourself that you can handle something head on, directly, honestly, openly, in a very respectful manner. And it's important to have faith in yourself that you can do that. Okay, and it's probably pretty, sacred spiral is, we're looking at macro, large issues here, large themes. Okay, so something very, very important to you. Yeah, and you want to avoid diversion unless it's for your safety, obviously. So let's just get one more little card out of this deck here. It's always a nice idea to have a sense of humor about a difficult situation anyway. And it's a nice way to also disarm any tension. So we do have 3. I am looking for 1 jumper. If you've been here for a while, Aries, you know that I generally don't take more than 2 jumpers at a time. So I'm just looking for 1, maximum 2 jumpers from this deck. If we don't get one, say, in the next couple of shuffles, I'll pull from the center of the deck for you. You might even be under some kind of stress this week, Aries, or feel as though there's some kind of stress that can't be resolved for some reason here, and you feel like constantly trying to get around it is going to make it go away or somehow fix it. But it's a really great week for you to face something head on. Okay, a couple more shuffles and let's pull from the center because I don't appear to be getting a jumper here. Sweet. Okay, balance. I mean, that's pretty standard, right? You want to keep your balance. And of course, we're looking at wolf, a teacher, and a student dynamic here. That automatically creates a balance, or in case you're seeing an imbalance here and you're not learning from a situation where you are a teacher or where you are sharing knowledge with someone who is a neophyte, for example, you're going to want to keep your wits about you and not become overwhelming about it, because as it will turn out, there will be an instance probably within that moment or within that day or conversation, etc., where you are going to be misusing a type of power, if that's the case. That's gonna be humbling, and maybe humble yourself this week. And don't wait for that moment, because it could cause some embarrassment, and then it turns into something else. So really just try to be cool about a situation this week. If you can't, for whatever reason, get to the heart of a matter, promise yourself you'll get to it eventually, but don't add to it in the meantime. If at all possible, have some faith in yourself and others that you can have difficult conversations if that's what needs to be done. The moment you are a teacher, you are a student, and vice versa. Stay balanced this week. You're going to want to keep your equilibrium so nothing takes you off balance. And your final card is breathe. Well, absolutely. You're going to really need to sit down with this to take stock of what's going on here, because it appears as though there could be something that's overwhelming you here this week, Aries. So I wish you all the best of luck this week. Let me know how this works out for you if you have a second in the comments below. And if you're not already, subscribe to my channel because I upload videos for your sign every single week. So until we meet next time, take good care for now. Bye for now.